This is not just a dispute over advertising, it's also a dispute over democracy.
Trudeau here is talking about Bill C-18, which is a new piece of legislation where the Canadian government wants to charge big tech money for simply posting news links on their big tech platforms. Of course, this bill is total trash, and we're seeing just how bad it is because Google and Facebook has basically told the Canadian government to go F themselves. But I really want to drive home just how stupid this is. Why should Facebook and Google have to pay for Canadian news? For those who don't know, since 2018, Canadian news has been subsidized by taxpayer money to the tune of $500 million. This is something that the federal government is already paying for with your tax dollars.
Unfortunately, Facebook has just refused to recognize any sort of responsibility it might have in contributing to a democracy that has, democracies in general that have contributed to its success as a company, as a corporation.
There you have it, folks. According to the leader of our country, Canada can only have a democracy if Facebook and Google pay us money. How does that work? I mean, maybe the responsibility of the democracy would be on Facebook and Google if Justin Trudeau was talking about censorship, but that's not what he's talking about. How much do you think Google and Facebook charges CTV News to post their links on their platform? They don't charge. It's absolutely free. Think of it this way. You ever go to like a market, like a farmer's market, and there's all the different stalls? That's what Facebook or Google is like. They have this big farmer's market, and they're like, hey, it's absolutely free for you, CTV News or CBC News, whatever Canadian news outlet, to set up a stall to sell your lemonade. You can set up and sell your lemonade for free at our market. And then what is the Canadian government saying? You should have to pay us money to show up and set up a lemonade stand. You should have to pay us money for even being here. Guess what, Canadian news media? Your news sucks. Okay? You don't know how to make a profit with your news because it's so piss poor, and it's obviously compromised because it's subsidized by the Canadian federal government, so it's not even real news anymore. You know, I would say that's just a you problem, but because a well-functioning news media is integral to democracy, it's kind of a problem for the entire country. Trudeau's already undermined the integrity of the Canadian news by throwing a boatload of cash at journalists. And with Bill C-11, he basically wants to try and control the big tech algorithms. And with this latest Bill C-18, he wants to get money back from big tech. And it's going to result in major challenges for Canadian people to get any news and information online. Then he has the audacity to talk about the integrity of our democracies. And big tech isn't doing enough for Canadian democracy. That's your job, bud. I really hope this guy trips and falls accidentally at the top of the CN Tower.